Indian IT applicants applying to top international programs will not be taken seriously because these applicants are a commodity, right? Wrong. See, one MBA applicant submitted 5 applications, got admits to 4, bagged scholarships from all of them. And not only that, 2 of these gave 100% scholarships and also offered graduate assistantships. And this applicant didn't even have to pay for a living. Like, she could buy a plane ticket from India and fly to one of the best schools in the world, one of the top schools in the US. And her background was she came from an IT background, worked with TCS and had an average profile. Let us dig deeper and see how. I'm Jatin Bhandari. I'm a global MBA consultant and I've helped applicants generate more than 100 crores of top MBA scholarships. Now, in this video, we'll look at the case study of an applicant who wanted to do an MBA from a top international program, and she had a GMAT 730, did not know what her MBA goals were. While she knew that she did not want to be in TCS for the rest of her life, and a lot of professionals that I work with move from their existing IT careers within 3 to 8 years of their work experience. And this applicant belonged to this category. GMAT 730, 3 years of work experience, wanted to look at the top US programs. Now, my challenges. I'll share my challenges of this profile. She had a very plain resume. And this is the challenge of IT applicants a lot. First, a lot of time the resume of an IT applicant can be so technical that it makes it impossible for a layman to even understand it. And because she had 3 years of work experience in software testing, there were no leadership experiences on the resume. It's understandable. With 3 years of work experience, you do not get to lead teams. And I mean, it's not that common. And her resume did not resonate with a layman. Definition of a layman. Write it down. And please understand it. Someone who is not working in your current organization, your current teams or your industry, somebody is not daily in touch with how your life is around your organization, and they don't have the same view of the world as you do. And I have talked about this a lot in other videos as well, that you need to address the target audience. IT resume at times can be very, very challenging. And second challenge IT applicants face in their resume is that a lot of activities or responsibilities are not result oriented. And B schools do not relate with a profile where if the profile cannot project measurable results, measurable in terms of money, percentages or other numerical outcomes. You know what I mean? Now, and another thing which was missing in this profile was that this person, and it's understandable, it's very, very common, this person did not have a great understanding of what is it that she was looking at right after MBA. See, if your goals are not very well connected with what you have in mind, with what your past is, the schools will think of you as a liability. If your goals are generic, or if they understand that whatever goals you want to accomplish, you will be able to accomplish them even without going for an MBA. When you get promoted in 2 to 3 years, either the school will not take you seriously or they will think of you as a liability. They are not sure how will you leverage their MBA program to get the kind of value that you are seeking. And they do not see your endeavor as a win-win. Understand this. Business schools do not have anything against the IT applicant pool. It is the mentality that these schools do not connect with. The IT applicants fail to connect their past endeavors with the top tier MBA, and they fail to tell the schools how did my profile in TCS or Wipro or Infosys make me explore a career in, let's say, investment banking or consulting or product management or any career that you want post MBA. And I've helped people across these backgrounds go to a very, very wide variety of careers, but the most important thing was how to build that connection. And without a strong connection, once again, you're a liability on the business school. And when they reject you, they don't reject you because they don't like you or they don't like your profile. They reject you because you make it so tough for them to even understand the profile. Another weakness in this profile was that her extracurricular activities were average. See, she was a very hard-working applicant and her life did not give her the opportunities to be exceptional in any one activity. that could have carried her entire story. And it is okay. A lot of applicants, a lot of us fall in this category. Now, how can an applicant with the above set of missing links and an average profile from TCS fight for top USB schools and also earn massive scholarships? My first endeavor with this applicant, when I got started, I said, I'm not moving ahead unless I have a very, very strong result-oriented resume. I understand there are lack of leadership experiences. I understand that you have not led teams, and we'll find alternative opportunities to showcase leadership on your resume. And before we even started working on the essays, any essay, letter recommendation of any of the business schools, and every applicant should do this activity, by the way. Before we even started looking at any school-related collaterals, we started hair-splitting every project on the resume. Everything that she had worked on to identify and extrapolate what could have been the financial impact of all the things that she had done. What are some of the key transferable skill sets that an audience in the B school would value? Somebody who is planning to take her to the next role in Bain, BCG, McKinsey or Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley or Google, Microsoft, whatever organizations you're targeting. Why would somebody from those organizations value whatever you've written on the resume? And the next thing that we had to do was to create her employability. See, what is it that will make the business schools not only satisfied with the story, but to make them jump on their seats and say, take this money and come and study with us. And doing these exercises even before starting the B school applications is a great thing it's a great start. It's very, very deep, very phenomenal, and everybody should do this. After having created a very strong result-oriented resume, we realized, and it's unbelievable, we realized that her goals have started falling in place as well. And we started training her on equation of employability, and I started working on your past plus MBA. How will that give you your short-term first 5 to 7 years of your goal and the next 7 to 15 years of your goal? And if you dig deeper into finding out your goals and clearly connect with your transferable skill sets and you work on your handicaps, your current gaps that you want to sell to the school that you want to come and learn while you're there, you will realize that doing this activity, organically your goals will start to fall in place. Remember, is the goal assignment for the consultant? Is the goal assignment actually for the school? No, it is not for us, it's not for the school either. You're paying a lot of money to the B schools to go there. It is for you. You really have to dive deeper into connecting your stories with your future aspirations. Forget the language. Essay, grammar, punctuation, word limits. They come later. They come in the second half of the game where you start working on giving PythaGURUS to your essays. But the initial part of really understanding the organic side of the goals is very, very important. You have to start with, when I say organic understanding, which means I can make an applicant stand in front of the admissions committee for half an hour and say, hey, talk about your goals. What is it that you want to do? Why do you want to do it? Focus on how is it connected to whatever you have done in the past. An applicant should be able to sell himself. And you can't sell a paragraph. Paragraph is what somebody, an expert who is working with you will create. Huh? You have to organically, intrinsically really believe that, you know what, that's what I really want to do. And you have to be, before you sell yourself, before you sell yourself to somebody else, you got to sell yourself to yourself as well. What is it that you want to do? Why do you want to do it? What has happened in the last 12 to 18 months that led you to believe that you want to have these goals? What are the current strategic gaps in your skill set that are stopping you from doing whatever you want to do? You fix this, you'll be surprised. You will get to learn so much about why you want to do an MBA. Your investment of 2 crores would be worth it. You will realize that you've started to build a very, very strong conviction. Essays, paragraphs, word limits, language, heck, they'll become a very easy part of the game. They'll come in later. And it was in the next stage we started covering all different categories of essay topics, critiquing on various storylines with diverse topics, and whatever we had done until now formed the entire background of the confidence this applicant had started to have in her stories. Even if she did not have very strong stories for a lot of diverse situational essays, I then knew that she can make a very, very strong impact with her understanding of employability and in her goals essays and in a lot of other areas. Even if her not so impressive personal situations were not going to, attract attention from anyone out there internationally, We knew that we'll bring the essence of leadership in those stories, because even if she's not led teams in her professional setting, let's find a personal way or the extracurricular essays to focus on the same leadership quotient. This was my way of countering the weaknesses, and I did not know this on day one when I met this applicant, and neither did she. And see, a lot of you will come and ask me the formula on day one. Jatin, tell me right now, how will you attack my case? Listen, this is how she and I evolved together. This is how it is with every applicant. It is a process of discovery. More than 3 crores with full tuition waivers, graduate assistantships. It was all worth the time and money. Do you get it? And 3 crores of money, it was definitely worth the money. It was definitely worth the money. It was worth time and effort. If you have any questions related to your strengths and weaknesses, mail me on jatinbhandari@pythagurus.com or put them in the comment section below. With this, I'm signing off. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video.